Yo, how's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Hey, Zalen, VIP. Oh, look at that, VIP Zalen. Hey, Cosmoverse, how's it going? Yeah. So, like, a VIP would have, if I would have like slow chat on, for example, you can only type at a certain speed, or you get like a warning for flooding and so on. A VIP wouldn't get that. Also, all sorts of like rules don't apply to a VIP kind of thing by default. Twitch said. Hey, Sharta. What up? And Janae. And Amir. Aziel, yeah. I'm thinking of dishing out the VIP like every Friday. So obviously I just wanted to try one already. That's why you got one prematurely, Zealand. But the idea is like every hero card painting, I'll hand out the VIP badge for a regular showing up. Hey, Sector, Quentin, what up? And Atsuki, how's it going? Don't remember if I said Amir. Good morning, Amir. And Bon88 has returned. Boom. Okay, suggest me some topics and we'll get to them. Do you have any ideas of what I should draw? Ideally dark fantasy orientated, so like anything fantasy really. I'll make it dark, like gritty and strange. A sea giant. That's pretty cool. Hey, Kilrathi. So called me. What up? Witch hunter. We have sea giant, witch hunter, lantern animal, Valkyrie. That's cool. So-called me, anything goes. Like you could say elf, dragon, witch, troll, just anything fantasy. If you want to do Lovecraftian, do that too. I've done a bunch of them for clients. 80s action, half elf, orc, fantasy flick character, Kilrathi, OMG. Shasta. All right, let's roll the dice and see which one goes where. So we're going to roll it. Number 5. Is that the 80s one? Oh no. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. God damn it, Kilrathi. Holy shit. All right. We get 80s. I'm probably not gonna nail the 80s aspect, but we're gonna try. Half elf, orc. That's all. 80s half elf orc. All right. Hey Eric, how's it going? Holy shit, you guys, you are really making it hard for me here. All right, let's go. Bring in some light. Get those happy chemicals going. Start the timer. Oh, I need to Red Kilrathi. Kilrathi soldier. Did it fit? Oh, that's great, Eric Moy. I'm here, yeah. Okay, so 80s is like He-Man, right? So we got half orc elf 80s. Half orc elf. All right. All right. I have a picture in my head. Where's the brush? Where's my lovely weird sketch brush? Oh, I want that one today. There it is. That's the lovely weird one. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do the 80s vibe. So what I saw in my mind is like a Skeletor type dark elf, but because it's half orc. Hey, Kosovoverse, thank you very much for the tier, for the subscription, man. Much appreciated. Tier 1 all the way. Nothing but net. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much, Cosmoverse. Enjoy the warm up flag. You can run that flag. Cosmoverse is awesome. Cheers. So, as I saw, it's going to be a kind of muscular She-Hulk type thing, mixed with the elf. So it's a little bit half and half. Going to give it an X on the chest, like a classic He-Man style. Gonna try to channel some Skeletor. Good old Skeletor. He can't go wrong with Skeletor, right? Oh, Jenny! Oh my God, that's crazy. 2 subscriptions in a row. You guys are crazy. You're spoiling me. That's madness. That's madness, I tell you. Much appreciated, Jenny. That Twitch Prime goodness. Okay, I want to give it like a proper, like the like 80s, they were all like super hippie, as in hip. Everything was just in the hips. Look at Vallejo, look at Boris Vallejo, look at Franzetta, but they're all like muscular babes. It's all about skin and muscles in the 80s, right? And sweatbands. I'm gonna switch that around. I'm gonna do it like that. Because he's an elf, let's switch it up a bit with a strange pose. I'm gonna liquefy it a bit so we get even more. I'm unsure about the pose though. The staff. I kind of like the staff as it was. We'll see. I'm gonna switch it. Maybe behind like that. No, something's off here. I think it's one is the staff, the arm. Let's do it like that. Yeah, that's way more comfortable. Hey, the Mind Waker, what up? Welcome. Welcome back. Okay, so we're gonna come on, expand the canvas a bit. I'm not keen on the pose. It's not. It's kind of what was in my mind, but it isn't. I think I gotta do like something like that. That's maybe a bit more 80s. And like a bee's waist. But yeah, 80s is a hilarious time. The designs of the 80s. I mean, obviously, I am a 80s kid. It was so funny. Like, there's a lot of I don't know how old you guys are. I think most of you are quite old though. It's not like the super young. You guys are not super young. Uh, but there was some crazy comics or cartoons in the 80s. Sector, yeah, it needs flamboyance, definitely. 32, 21, 20. Uh, I mean, no, 80s wasn't a psychedelic shirt. That's 70s. 80s is He-Man. It's like a first console of Nintendo. It's lots of yellows and browns and oranges and greens in big prints. I think around the 80s it was like the boom of mass production of items. Like in the 70s, it wasn't like mass production of items to the same degree as in the 80s. 80s was like everything plastic, everything cheaply produced, custom built in the sense of can have a new toy every month or whatever, you know. And it was a lot of uh, um, bowl cuts and longer hair, tight pants, but not bell bottoms. That's 70s. So yeah, the 80s was not the what are those tie dyes? That's 70s. That's the hippie generation, right? 80s is arcades, Stranger Things, BMXs. Hey, Captain Balls. Ooh, how's it going? The one wolf pack. How's it going, man? Bruno Romanos. Well, out of the chat, maybe I am oldest so far. I'm 38. I am 38. I am 38. I need to think about how old I am. Holy shit, that's good. But luckily, all I need to do is think about my age. What year it is. Yeah, I mean that's one generation before 80s. Zealand, yeah. But yeah, 80s was a very particular time. It's a lot of neon, tight clothes. For some reason, a lot of leather, but leather in a sense of Madonna. You know, it's a little bit like what the 80s was a birth of punk, right? Oh yeah, and high hip panties that run really high up on the hip. That's 80s as well. And wrestling was like boomed in the 80s. Jeans jacket and pants, yeah, everything jeans as well. Just jeans, a jeans cap, jeans shirt, jeans t-shirt, jeans jacket, jeans shoes, everything jeans, jeans, everything with like studs on it, bedazzle everything. Yeah, shoulder pads was massive. Shoulder, everything had shoulder pads. T-shirts. It's all about like the V on of the body. It's like and comb overs and perms. Horrible time. Yeah, the nineties were hairspray, a lot of hairspray, everything neon. Everything had to be neon and like oversized. I think hip hop in the nineties, for example, were super baggy pants, right? That looked like you were walking around in a tent. What else? Nineties, yeah. Spray bangs. Like the bangs had to look like a waterfall upside down. Like that's the mullets. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I mean, oh, for sure. But the funniest thing is, though, what I've noticed is that in a lot of fashion, it loops like with a 20-year gap. So now I can start seeing like 90s creeping in, like fanny packs are coming back in the really trendy pockets of people. Fanny packs and sprayed hair, big bangs, um, jeans. A lot of jeans stuff is coming back, like jeans jackets. And so before that, it was the 80s. Like you could see it on in H&M and so on, like these big prints with like off colors, like a mustard yellow with like NASA prints and so on. That's like end of 80s. And then all neon stuff is coming and fanny packs and all that. You can already see it. It's definitely uh, on its way. And then we're going to go to the 2000s, the year of Neo. Oh, the frosted tips of the 90s. Oh, that's the good stuff. Yeah, the music is getting very 90s. Yeah, like the hipsters were the like last hurrah of the 80s, like with the checker shirts and stuff. That was really popular in the 80s. Now we're venturing into 90s territory with, like I said, fanny packs and 90s were also like hooker boots, right? 90s were hooker boots, uh, in as in thigh high boots, very like poodle poof hair, super perm. Or is that more like glam rock 80s? No, it's 90s. It ventured further into the Eric Moore. Yeah, absolutely. Eric, that's I call them wrestling pants or gym pants. You know, like all bodybuilders had those big baggy pants with like really garish pattern on them. Was just screaming with all sorts of colors. Pump by Reebok. Yeah. Oh yeah, what was that? That 7 Up character. Bottle cap, something cap. 7 Up. There's a lot of like, stay cool, kids. Like don't do drugs. Surfing was very popular, right? Surfing was like in the 90s. Zach. Oh, Saved by the Bell. Oh, Saved by the Bell with Screech and Zach and whatever they were called. Holy shit. There we go. There we go. Right in there. 10 out of 10. Oh, Fido Dido. Was that the 7 Up character called? Yeah. Oh man, Saved by the Bell. Shit. I completely blocked that part out of my world. See ya, Lydia. That's great. That's really forward thinking, right? Or it meant like you've worked hard enough, go and do some drugs. Oh yeah, the birth of rave in the 90s. A cool spot. Yeah, there we go. Fido. Oh yeah, Fido Dido. That was the like a black and white weird dog of 7 Up, right? But then we also had psychedelic rave, psytrance, and all those. The hard drugs music, right? They arrived in the 90s. The German raves. That's so good. So called me. Yeah, I mean Zach wasn't really a model citizen, was he? He was like lying in every single episode. He was lying and conning someone, all about like the girls, even like lying and scheming and like trapping people to do his bidding. Rich, doesn't care about poor people. Like everything that is not like a helpful and giving person, like he was doing. So what else was like typically 80s? I mean, I can't put leg warmers. I did the whole bikini only, and I mean I need to buff her up a bit because they were all like super buff Frazetta type things. And also, obviously, I want to add some color and try to add some like crazy 80s colors, like green and lime green and red, classic like He-Man colors that are just jarring. Yeah, big shoulder pads. I mean, she has shoulder pads. I mean, they could be bigger. They could be. I mean, World of Warcraft 1 came in the 90s, right? Like 93 was the first Warcraft, wasn't it? Aggressive roller skating. That's right. Okay, let's. I gotta try to add some colors before time runs out. So half elf, half orc. So we could do like green going into, like we can have green elements and then skin tones. And then like red maybe. Green and red, very jarring. That was all in the 80s, was just jarring colors. Lots of like, yeah, 80s was strange, a strange time. I'm not sure I'm nailing the 80s palette, but I have to go with it because I can't fiddle too much, you know, because time. But I think this is quite 80s, right? It's very, it's very in your face, very loud, almost like there is no even thought about palette. It's just, let's take all the sliders to the right, just full saturation on absolutely everything. We can use multi-tone prints now, so let's just do everything in all the craziest colors we can come up with. Oh yeah, volcanic environment background. Yeah, absolutely. But this is pretty close, right? This is kind of 80s. Oh yeah, jungles and volcanoes. That was big in the 80s. That was like exotic. Oh, and yeah, lightning. Definitely lightning. I just need to. Where are we? Time? 4 minutes. All right, right. I have some time to do lightning. That hair is a little bit too modern, but I have to just leave it. I can't. Okay, lightning. Same as her eyes, obviously. Could do that there too. Call on me, yeah. That's a classic 80s. The the panty line has to be tighter. It's not 80s enough. Or actually, it was quite wide in the 80s, right? 90s is when the thong made a comeback. 80s was still like it looked like a tidy whitey for men, but on women, and they just hoisted them up in the hips. Hilarious. Discord logo? Yeah, kind of. Do I have some more time? 2 minutes. Right, great. Definitely like a cougar or a flying dinosaur or lava, something like that is needed to like make it 100%. And also 80s had like beveled edges, like very rounded big edges on everything. I remember. And studs. They were like big on things like that. At least He-Man. Like studs and beveled edges. That was 90% He-Man. Hey, Malevolent Raven. Oh, rip. Some golden jewels. Yeah, maybe. I don't think I have time for it really. Pink with the orange. It's true. Let's let's give her some like crazy hot pink. Maybe like a strand in her hair. No, let's make it striped, right? That was popular. wasn't it? Striped hair, like the invention of hairspray, as in you can spray colors on it. And let's flip it and cry over the super wrong proportions. It's not too bad, but it's not good either. I think it's good enough, right? It's a bit broken. I will have to rotate the staff a tad just to offset the parallel there. Or perpendicular? No, perpendicular? No, that's opposite. Direct opposite angle. What's it called? Parallel, I guess. No, that is a different color, but I guess it doesn't translate, so let's just... The tangent on the staff. Oh, you mean by the legs? Oh, the black brush strokes? No, but that is the what is it called? There's a sinew there, isn't it? It has to be there because the hip is like that, right? Anyways, ta-da! Behold the 80s orc elf. Hilarious. Cheers for that, Kilrathi. I would have never drawn it unless you challenged me to do it. So cheers for the randomness. Oh yeah, I mean in the 80s was all about sex appeal, right? And thanks for the trip down memory lane of 80s and 90s. It's crazy. Let's look who we can raid because there's no one really artsy online. Oh, this is the traditional painter again with a new painting. That's pretty cool. There's my like, instant 80s. Excellent. That looks pretty cool. Queen Altaria. Let's raid her. Queen Altaria, is that how you spell it? Right. Steely Bob. Well, it's a lot of shit on art. What can I say? Okay, let's raid her. This one. I'm gonna switch on the outro, and after the outro, I'll switch over to her channel. So have a great day, good night if you're in that part of the world. See you guys tomorrow, Thursday. Oh yeah, I can't wait to draw something weird. All right, everyone. Have a great day, everyone. Time to do some work. Bye.